Yes. Heyo to the babes. Heyo to the babes. I have 2 dogs. One of them is very needy. She's a very needy dog. Do you want me to go get a bed? Do you want me to go get a bed for you? I could go get you a bed. You want me to? Yeah? I'll put it right there. You can come and sit down in my video. You want to do that? All right. Let's go get a bed. Let's go get Rocket a bed.
Bees, 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 bees.
You're the best.
Okay, so we're gonna get this video started here. I'm in my comfy pants again because I figured, you know what, let's make it a tradition. We are back from the North American Honeybee Expo in Kentucky. And this is another edition of the NAHBE haul. And I've decided to wear my comfy pants because I feel like every time I do this series, I should wear comfy pants. We should make it a thing. I don't like wearing real pants if I don't have to. Real pants and like jeans or like work pants. Listen, we all love jammy pants, okay? So let's get used to wearing jams, okay? Let's make that a thing. I'm gonna make that a thing. If you guys remember, last year for my NAHBE haul, I wanted to be, the word was unbothered. Yeah, unbothered. Am I unbothered? I'm working on it. I'm working on that. I'm not there yet. I'm letting God work that on me. There's a lot going on in the world, okay? So it's a little hard to be not unbothered. But God's working on me every day, and I strive to be unbothered. I did not really go through this stuff. I just sort of piled it in sort of a fort-like fashion. I have a fort of NAHBE haul stuff. But I told myself to not go through it until I did this video because I felt like it was kind of fun in a random sort of way, the way I did it. I had no rhyme or reason last year. I'm gonna do that again this year, okay? I'm just gonna go through the things that I got for the 2026 NAHBE, okay? And then we're just gonna go through it at random. Where do I start? Let's start with the obvious stuff. All right, so this is 100 unassembled frames, deep frames, and this is 100, sorry, Rocket wants to be in the video. Oh, okay. Did that scare you? You don't like the sounds? Because she doesn't like the sounds, okay. 100 double waxed black foundation, okay, they go together. I obviously have a lot of work to do, okay. I got these from Beeline because I was told that their craftsmanship is really good and they had like the best price, I believe, at NAHBE show as far as frames go. I have when I find it in here, pretty sure, hold on, give me a second. Okay, I looked through this bag. I can't find it right away, but I'm pretty sure it was $1.75 for the frames each and $1.25 for the wax foundations, I think. I'm gonna find that in here later when we go through this, but it was a really good price. I couldn't pass it up, so I'm gonna go with that. This dog, she begged me to be in the video. I went upstairs to go get her bed. Now she doesn't want to use it. Then I went to Hilco, and this is me being super optimistic, but last year I got 10 Pro Nuke boxes for doing splits in the spring, and I used several of them. I want to say I used 6 of them last year, and that was with the start coming out of winter with 3 colonies doing really well. So I got a little panicked because now I'm thinking like, okay, if now 5 colonies make it through winter, I'm not sure 10 Pro Nuke boxes is gonna be enough. So I bought more nuke boxes, Pro Nuke boxes. These are from Hilco. They didn't have as many colors as they did in previous years, but these were, and in previous years they were like $10 at NAHBE, which is like mind-blowing for the price point. This year they went up to $12.99, so 13 bucks at NAHBE. Still a crazy deal than what you get them online, not at NAHBE. So the show price at the expo was amazing. So $13 each for these Pro Nuke boxes. Super excited about having this. So now I have a total of 15 Pro Nuke boxes, and I'm praying and hoping that that's gonna be enough for these colonies who, like I said, I'm being optimistic, but I feel like they're gonna be fine. I think they're gonna make it through winter, which will be absolutely mind-blowing because I'm still considered what's like a new beekeeper. I haven't lost a colony yet, knock on wood. I don't have real wood anywhere around here. I have wood, the wall's wood. Okay, I haven't lost a colony yet. I'll be sad if I do, but so far they seem pretty good. Now, March is coming up. March is apparently what we call around here the killing month, because that's the time when they're in that in-between moment between winter and spring, and there's a lot of changes happening. But I'm praying that my colonies make it through winter. Stuff that you get at the door. This is what I got at the door. You don't want to smell it? This is what I got at the door. So let's look in here. You got a little NAHBE, a North American Honeybee Expo 26 wristband. Gonna wear that, love that. And a bunch of like flyers and stuff. Last year they had like soaps and stuff, which was really cool. I'm pretty sure I threw some cards that I got in here as well throughout the day. We got Apis Tactical, left a pen in there. This is for the expo itself, which I ended up not needing because I'm weird and I planned all that stuff out, and I'll show you later. But this has basically the schedule, I'm pretty sure, probably every day. All of your speakers that are gonna be there. It has the timeline for every single day. So Thursday's schedule, Friday's schedule, and Saturday's schedule. And then it has more promotional stuff for the businesses and vendors that were gonna be there. All about the honey show and like when you need to enter and all that fun jazz. A list of all the vendors and their booth numbers. And yep, they had so many vendors. And this was the trade show floor plan. It was huge. It was so huge that they had to change the layout this year. And last year when I arrived and came in, I kind of came in with the line, right? So in my NAHBE video of 25 for 2025, it looks like it's hella crowded, and it was hella crowded to the point where you're like scooching by people. This year, it was a little less that you had to do that, but not because there was less people there. It was because they like spread out the floor plan a little bit better. So things were like the aisles were a little bit more open, and you didn't have to like, excuse me, scooch, you know, around people. You actually had room for your carts. They allowed like small carts for you to use, and I would not recommend going to NAHBE without something that has wheels. Last year I had a backpack on, and that worked out great for the things that I bought on the days, and I could come back and pick up things at the end of the day from the booths after I bought them. This year, obviously that would not have worked out. I had a backpack my mother-in-law thankfully let me borrow. It had wheels on it. It saved my back. Save my back. Go with a backpack with wheels, or go with one of those carts, like children's carts that you can like pack up all your beach stuff and go out on the beach. Like, I don't know what they're called, but take that. They would not allow things that had metal wheels or heavy duty carts because that kind of messed up the threshold between doors to the expo, and they didn't want that. So if you go to NAHBE, bring something with wheels for real. For real, for real. This was the map to the outside, so you knew where like the loading docks were, because if you I had to buy some of these larger things, and I came back at the end of the day and had to drive around to the loading dock area. That was very efficient. Loved that. So yes, got some good stuff in here. Pollinated North America, native wild mix. Oh, I love that. There's native flower seeds in here. Obsessed. Oh my gosh. We've got clover, coneflower, sunflowers, goldenrod asters. Oh my gosh, I love this. Whoever put this in, Bear for Biodiversity. You are legendary. Love this. That's a great idea. I'm super excited about those seeds. What a cool idea to put in the gift bags. Love that. Very, very cool. Okay, what is next? Let's go into the bags. All right, first bag I picked up some comb keepers. So this past summer, I got the opportunity to use some of Matt Gaggle's comb keepers designs from his 3D printing. He now does these infused, I forgot what they're called. It is oh my gosh, I can't remember, but the press or the box in which he does it in, oh my gosh. Form? What is it, Kelly? Come on. I can't remember what it's called. But he does a different way of making these now, and they're really cool. After using them last summer, I had to get some. This could have really helped me. Not that I really cared about the swarm that I accidentally caught in the roof of my other hive. I didn't have any room for that to overwinter in anyways, so they ended up flying off. But this actually, if I had had these, I would have used these. So these are awesome. From Aperture Apiary, Matt Gaggle. This I got at the door. This is obvious. My favorite color is green, so I couldn't pass up this shirt. So I went and got this shirt. It's the Bee Expo shirt. So I got that. I'm gonna run out of space as I start spreading out, aren't I? It's good. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. I also got this hive tool from Rocket's back. You want to smell it? You don't? You can smell it. Don't be so scared. It's not scary. It's a hive tool. Yeah, see? It's not bad. It's not bad. You want to come lay down? Come lay down. Okay, get in your bed. So I got this hive tool, Hive IQ, from the front desk, and I don't have anything like this that includes both these ends here. I either have a J hook, which is this part on one of my tools, or I have something like this part that bends in here. So now this sort of combines all of the tools together, which I really like. I'm looking at it now and it's so pretty. Do I christen it and just get it dirty and get propolis all over it? I'm gonna use it. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. If I get another one, maybe in the future, maybe I'll display that one, but because it's so pretty. Look at the design. Look at the design. It's so pretty. No, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. All right, something else I got at the door was this cup. I bought a mug. I bought one of these last year at the expo, and it's my favorite drink cup to use, this like thermal mug to use. I've dropped it a couple of times, and I will say the tops to this, it sticks out just slightly, or at least the old ones used to. This one doesn't do it as much, but I did drop my other one, and this part broke. So I recently got a new one, and it has a magnetic, this piece right here is magnetic. It's really easy to clean, but it fits these and I love it. But anyways, back to this mug. I love it, it's my favorite. I had to buy another one. And now that I'm looking at this now, the other one I bought was black, same Bee Expo logo, but the back of it has a bee this year. I just noticed that. Last year, the ones that I had last year had a little smoker on the back. And honestly, this little detail right here is my favorite. It's my favorite. All right, so we got that. This I got from Hilco. Hilco was giving away free stuff. You could either have a hive that was like a nightlight, or you could have a hive that was a speaker. I chose the nightlight one. I think it's really cool. So that is awesome. I did plug it up. It does work. It's really cute. Look at that. Little hive. Little 2-box hive. Okay. This is another thing I got from Hilco. Unbothered. They were giving a demonstration on the automatic filler that they have. I don't remember the exact name, but I told myself I wanted to make one big purchase, okay? While I was there, I was gonna make one big purchase, something that was necessary to like growing with my beekeeping. And it was either gonna be an automatic bottle filler, or it was gonna be a OA vape gun. And I looked at both the prices, and I'm not gonna lie, the prices for them are a pretty penny. They're a pretty penny. But comparing the both of them, I thought, what do I need the most? The automatic bottle filler would have been dope. I would have loved that, but it was over $800, and I couldn't afford that this year. Something I'm gonna have to save up for, because I definitely want one. But they were giving demonstrations for it, and if you kind of sat and talked to the vendors about it, I got some great information about it. They gave me free honey. So I got a bunch of free honey. This is apparently, and I don't know if Bob Benny is gonna be happy about this, that they were giving away his honey. I don't know. But this is I believe his company is Blue Ridge Mountain Honey Company. Sorry, Bob Benny, if I got that wrong. Your honey is delicious, though. I'm not gonna lie. I had it with my tea, and it's scrumptious. Love it. But I'm not trying to tattle on Hilco, but they were giving away some of your honey. So I got free honey from Hilco. All right, this was my big purchase. My big purchase. Ta-da! I'm gonna fall on my chair. I got an Insta-Vape from LAHBE. I stopped by. This was my one big purchase that I wanted to make, and I got the turbo. Is it overkill? Yes. But will it grow with me? Also yes. So I decided to go with this one. I got the DeWalt one because we have a lot of DeWalt batteries, because we use all of DeWalt tools. So I'm excited about this. The next time that it turns around 50 to 55 degrees outside, around 55 degrees, I will be using this new fun tool. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the way that my long legs are built, the door, if you look through the door, you can see your frames. I'm pretty sure, because it goes down and there's like an inch or so underneath my frames. And the vape has to be kind of put in an empty space so that it's free to move around the frames and throughout the hive, throughout the colony. So I think what my solution to this is, I really need to look at my hive's body setup, but I think what I'm gonna do is drill a hole in my oil tray doors, where then I will use a tee, like a golf tee, to plug it up when I'm done. And I will use that to put the nozzle of this Insta-Vape through and do my OA treatments, my sublimation OA treatments. So that was my big purchase this year. This was a pretty penny. So I'm gonna be completely transparent. The automatic bottle fillers from Hilco were over $800. This turbo Insta-Vape from LAHBE, I think it was over $500. It was definitely over 500. I want to say 550 after everything was said and done, because I think, yeah, after taxes and everything. And I also got this, it's like a cover that fits kind of on top of the plunger area of it, so you don't get OA droppings on the top of it. So this is kind of a protector kind of thing. So after everything was said and done, it was definitely over $550. I owe my mom that money because I borrowed it from her. I'm gonna pay her back. Which, I kept this envelope, Mom. Mom, if you're watching, I like this. Love you. Be safe. Now, you missed something. If this were Dad writing this, he would have put B, as in B-E-E, safe. You missed the dad joke, but that's okay, because we're moms. But I love you. Thank you so much. I'm keeping this envelope. Okay, what else we got? Acorn. Acorn was giving away free frames. These are not waxed. They are plastic. Each one of their frames at Acorn, I think they run by different colors because they do different things, depending on what you're using them for. So the green ones, as you guys know, if anybody's watching this, are for drone. The cells are bigger, and the bees built them out, and they plug some drone comb on them. These are worker size cells, but they made them pink, and they gave them away. They were giveaways at their booth to bring awareness to breast cancer awareness. So that's something that they do at their booth. I love that. I don't know if any of their proceeds go to any kind of breast cancer foundations to help with that, but I know that they do this to sort of bring awareness to it, and I think that's really cool. So I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to use these. Love Acorn, but I really love the foundations that I currently use, but I do like that they do this. This, oh man, I forgot whom I got this from. Hidden Hollow Honey. Is that the booth that was there? Or was it Easy Bee? I think it was Easy Bee. So sorry, don't hate me. Okay, I had a discussion with Fred Dunn, okay? And I don't have the same one-handed queen catcher that I did last year when I was doing this haul. Do you guys remember that one? It was yellow. I used it this spring and I had some severe problems because it's definitely faulty. Definitely faulty. If you guys saw that video, my queen, there's a gap in where the plunger goes down and where the plastic of the one-handed queen catcher handle ends. There's a gap there, and your bee can fit through that gap. So these one-handed queen catchers are not all made the same. Fred Dunn does a presentation on different like swarm manipulations, and he showed this to him in the presentation, and I was like, oh man, I don't trust those one-handed queen catchers. So I was at the expo, I got to talk to Fred, and one of the things we talked about were these one-handed queen catchers, and he recommends this whole system. And I went to go talk to him, and he was like, not all of them are made the same. I had trust issues because of that yellow one. I looked at this one while I was at this booth, Easy Bees, and he's right. These blue ones, these like teal colored ones, they are not the same. There is no hole. They do not have this malfunction that the other ones do. This is the one-handed queen catcher, okay? This comes out like this. This is the thing I had a problem with this past summer, okay? What I mean by that is this little gate is down. If you are looking at it, see this plunger area? The yellow one I have has a little slide thing right here, okay? Where this ends, if you have the yellow one, look at your one-handed queen catcher, because this is a severe problem. On the inside here, like right here, I don't know if this is picking up on camera, but on the inside here, right here, where the plunger ends when it's all the way down, there is a small gap, okay, inside here, where your queen, if she's inside, can slip through the plastic and into this part of your handle, okay? That's what I had happen to me last year. Now this door was closed because now you've got a queen in there. Now I've got a queen running around inside the handle, and I had to use this gap. See this gap right here? I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I had to use this gap to try and get her to come out, okay? I can't remember if I got her out of this gap or if I eventually, through having the plunger down, she managed to get out of the gap again and back into the plunger area where I was able to push it past the little gap, the little plunger past the little gap, and now I had her. But let me tell you, that was very stressful. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Look at your one-handed queen catchers, okay? This one does not have a gap. It doesn't have a gap inside here. I feel a lot better using this one. They are not all made the same. These teal ones are way better, way better. Not only that, but Fred Dunn gave me a tip. So this plunger, you do it by hand, okay? This plunger can be turned. I can turn this plunger in here. So if you are trying to get your queen to come out, she's not coming out. Remember, I would put these at the top of my frame like this, you know what I mean? And you open the door, but she's up at the top because they want to go up, okay? They want to go up. She won't get past this gate. You can put your finger in here and turn the plunger so now she's back at the bottom. So you can kind of move her around on the little sponge in here. Now this setup is really cool because this actually helps you. Now you have your queen. Your queen's in here. You can stick your queen in this little contraption here, okay? You want to get her in this for transporting. You're selling a queen, you're doing whatever. I don't know what you're doing with your queen, but you need to get her in this little queen cage, which is very common. It fits in here, okay? You open the door and you kind of gently, while you're being gentle, you get her to go through the door. She then gets into the queen cage and you can immediately close it up and then sell her or do whatever it is that you're doing. But I don't have a lot of experience with handling queens with my hands. I mean, I've marked my queens in like these queen catchers or plungers. I've done plenty of that this past couple of summers, but I'm not used to like actually physically handling my queens yet. And I don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make a mistake with queens. So I'm gonna try this out, or if I do have to try it out, I at least feel way better having it. And now I have a queen catcher, like the one-handed queen catcher that I can breathe with, that I know won't have my queen running amok inside the handle. Would recommend. All right, now we've got gloves. All right, I didn't know what kind of gloves to get. My gloves are actually, the ones I'm using right now are too thick because they're my kids and I didn't want them having a negative experience with bees and getting stung. So I stole their gloves because my gloves ended up getting holes in them. They were old and worn. Great gloves, but they don't work anymore. So now I'm using my kids' gloves. They're too thick. I can't feel my frames very well. So I got two different ones. I did get to try them on, which is the nice thing about buying gloves at NAHBE. You get to actually try them on, feel what they feel like. Are they too thick? Are they flexible? You get a feel for them. These I got from Comfort Pro. They are goat skin and they are thin. So they are very, they say, you know, they're still sting proof. We're gonna put it to the test. But they're on the thinner side, so they're very flexible. Like you can, because they're so thin, I can feel a lot more stuff. Where do I put this? Or I got Apis Tactical. I went to Apis Tactical and tried on their gloves. Their gloves, is this goat skin? I can't remember if these are goat skin. Does it say? They also had cowhide ones. I don't remember if these were the goat skin ones. It doesn't say. But regardless, these are thinner than the ones that I'm currently using, my kids' gloves. And they're still very flexible, but they're a little bit thicker than those. They're thicker than those, thinner than the ones I'm using right now, and they are flexible. I was told that they will probably stretch out a little bit with the sweat and the heat with using them. These are extra small, so we will see. And this actually fit like a glove. Like I could have gone extra small. And then if they get bigger while through sweat, I don't know. Well, we're gonna use these. We're gonna use those. Everybody and their mother was giving away pens. Pens, free pens, pens everywhere, literally. So Apis Tactical gave me a couple of pens. Actually, now that I'm actually looking at them, they're pretty cool. How do you get this one to operate? You just twist it. This one's not a clicky one. It's a twisty one. Okay, you can't tell me this is cool. I get geeky over stupid stuff like this, but I think this is really neat. It's a measuring, it's got inches. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You can actually measure with this. And it has, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a leveler in it. Little bubble leveler. Shut your face, Apis Tactical. That's fun. Plus the end here, which I thought was a clicker that would make the pen go out. It's not. The end here is for like using your phone. I forgot what those are called. I don't know, but you can use them on your phone when you have gloves on. So that's pretty cool. And I got another one from LAHBE. Everybody gives away pens. Pens. All right, what else we got here? We have the Easy oxalic powder. This is what I will, danger, poison. Keep out of reach of children. Poison. They're not wrong. Don't breathe this stuff in, kids. It's not good for you. Unless you want to have lung issues for the rest of your life. Disclaimer. OA. This has been approved and can be used with your honey superzon in the US. It is a naturally occurring substance. It will kill mites, but won't kill your bees. You probably eat OA on small dosages in your daily diet. Mostly things like broccoli and spinach, small dosages. The danger comes in when you breathe this in. Wear a respirator. That's where the danger comes in. You don't want to breathe this in. When you sublimate, it starts to cool, and you don't want it in your lungs. You don't want crystallizations in your lungs. It will jack up your lungs. Wear a respirator, be safe, and that's what I meant when I said that. This pairs with my vape gun, my OA vaporizer. So it goes with that. So I can do my OA treatments. And now, ooh, this. Honestly, okay, so everything else, super excited about, but this is honestly why I had to do this video like right away. That's so funny. Because I could not get this stuff out of my mind. I was like, I can't get into this stuff. I can't use this stuff until after I do a NAHBE haul. But this stuff, but I really wanted this. I wanted this so badly for the last few days, but I was like, no, you can't do it, Kelly. You can't do it until you do your NAHBE haul. Let me tell you, this stuff, legit. This is from the company. Where did I get this from? It's called Beekeeper, which is actually really cute. Can you see that? Can't tell if this camera focuses, like when I get close up. But yes, Beekeeper. Are you ready? You guys are not ready for this. And you won't be ready for this. You know why? Because you can't taste this through a camera. When I tell you, I bought this creamed honey and how to use. Oh, they even have like what you can use it on. Smoothies, toast. I really wanted it on toast. Oh my gosh. You will not understand this. I tried this creamed honey raspberry. It was so good. I walked up to that booth because I'm a talker. I like to talk sometimes, okay? I was in a talkative mood, okay? So I go up to the vendors, I'm chit-chatting with them, I'm just discussing some stuff. I didn't think I was actually gonna buy anything. This is how you know vendors are good. She sold me so hard on this. She had samples out on like little crackers. This raspberry one sold me. It's so good. My mouth is watering thinking about it. Okay, so I bought this raspberry creamed honey. This is the real reason why I had to do this NAHBE haul, okay? Because I wanted to get into this so badly, okay? So just know that give thanks to Bee-Bum for this NAHBE haul because this is why I needed to do it. All right, so, and I also got this key lime because I think my husband would like it. Key lime is one of his favorite flavors. So they had key lime and they had so many other, they had swirls, creamed honey swirls. Oh my gosh. Heyman Reynolds was talking on his channel about creamed honey and the different flavors that they make and how it's like kind of the new up and coming thing in the beekeeping industry. I mean, not like it's new or anything, but for some reason it is making a hit. And I will tell you, I can tell why. I can tell why. There's so many different flavors out there, but this raspberry one, chef's kiss, so good. Shout out to Bee-Bum. This is the badges that they gave away, which last year I made the connection that the lanyards are the colors of the year. So that's right. This year's queen color is white. This year is white. Last year was blue. The first year that I started, the first year that I started was green. I missed that NAHBE year. So I told myself I will be going to NAHBE. This is so stupid, but this is how my brain works. For at least as long as it takes me to collect all the lanyard colors. I will continue to go to NAHBE for as long as I can. But my brain says it wants to go full circle and collect all the colors, like Pokemon. I don't know what it is, but I want all the colors. So that's what my brain wants to do. So anyways, this is my badge. You have to wear this when you go in. If you do not have a badge, you are not permitted to enter in. You can get into the building, I'm pretty sure, but you can't, because there's other like shows happening within the expo center area, but you cannot get into the vendor area. They do have people checking for this. So I didn't realize this, but I got this little ticket here. It says it says show, honey show exhibitor. I didn't know this. It has a little tape thing here. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to put it on my lanyard badge like this, because I saw people later on having this. I didn't know that, so I didn't do it. Sorry. Somebody needed to explain that to me. But yeah, that's fun. I got that. So I did enter in the honey show. I entered in this photograph. It did really well at my fairs here, and I was like, what the heck? I'll bring some. I wanted to participate in everything that I could this year. So I did the Highs for Hero honey swap, label swap. I entered into the honey show, like anything and everything that I could get in. I wore the Highs for Hero red t-shirt on Friday. I just wanted to be in the mix. I wanted to participate in all the things. And believe me, it was a fun year. This was definitely the year. It was so fun. So I entered in this photograph into the honey show, and amazingly, I still can't believe it, but I won first place in macro. And it's such a strange, I got the studio here, right? This is my photography studio. I photograph people normally. I do macro photography for myself, for soul healing, because it's something that I can do, that I get to enjoy. I'm not beholden to anybody else's like expectations out of their photos. I love my clients, but I gotta, make it so I want all my clients to be super happy. But macro photography, I get to do for myself. I have a cover on it to protect the corners, but yeah, this one first place in macro. So I can officially say wildly that I am a national champion, award winner in macro photography. That's wild. Isn't that wild? That's wild. I think my camera's about to die. All right, so won that. Got my ribbon. If you enter in a photography entry, you have to have a little card with it, just explaining what is going on in the photo. I did type up a little, thing about it, and then I also left some information about how I captured it. So this photo was taken with a 100mm macro lens. It was a stacked photo of 9 photos. That's called focal bracketing or focal stacking. So some people call it focus stacking, and some people call it focus bracketing, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely called stacking when you stack the images in a software. I use Photoshop, so that's when you would call that photo stacking. This was a stack of 9. I did manual exposure of f-stop 4.5. It was at shutter speed 1/500, and my ISO was 2500, which is pretty high, but my camera handles high ISO. So I could talk photography all day. All day, son. I went to RPB Works, I think that is. They do 3D printing. I bought this little dude at the expo because I had FOMO. I had FOMO, and I was like, I found out he only had 100 of these. They were $10 at the expo. It's a little digital bead cyber dude, okay? So to be fair, they got me with this one with the FOMO. Fair enough, okay? I think his name is Rob. You got me with this one. However, I already got myself one. If Dad were here, Dad would be geeking out over this. I got myself the large one. How can you say no to this? This thing is gigantic. It's like 2 hands worth of 3D printing. All the parts are movable, all of them. And I just think, freaking giant cyber bee? Yes, please. This is awesome. Can you imagine if I had a booth, like a honey booth, and I had this on my honey booth? This dude is legit. And this, I was looking at online about this cyber bee. I was looking for like different sizes and stuff. And when I was doing a research about it, this was the largest cyber bee that I could find printed, like this one. I think this is amazing. We're gonna have this guy out, okay? We don't need this unbothered, okay? We don't need that. What we need, and I haven't named this guy. I need to name him, right? This guy gets a seat. He's up here. He's gonna be chilling, okay? Unbothered. Moving on. Change my battery. We are gonna show this Hives for Hero. They did the first ever honey label swap. I got this envelope on top of this envelope because you have to have all of your information on this envelope. And I don't need that on the internet. So you've got your label, okay? So you needed 22 labels. You needed 1 label for the front of your envelope, 1 label to give to them to put on they had a big display, and then 20 labels inside the envelope, okay? And then they took your 20 labels and swapped them all out so that you got other people's labels. And now I get to see what those labels are. Whose labels did I get? Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, hold on. Let me hold it like this. Whoa, okay. This is so fun. Delaney Beco. Okay. Pure honey. Look how beautiful that is. Hopefully this camera focuses. That's so cool. Oh my God, I love these. I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put all these. We got Polly Bumbling Beehives Apiary that's located in Georgia. These are so fun. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I participated in this. This one is Primal Bee. Looks like this. This one is Mama Bird Graphic Creations. They're located in Oklahoma. Custom apparel, banners, stickers, yard signs, sublimation, embroidery. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so that was on one side. The other side must be their other one. It must be their other one because this one says Workman Bee and Honey Co. I love it. I'm not trying to like show people's addresses, but I guess if you were to look them up, you'd find it because you have to have you're supposed to have some part of your address usually on your honey label so that when people purchase your honey, they know locally where it's coming from. But that is awesome. Love that. We got Bliss Backyard Farm. They're located in Florida. I'm gonna show every one of these because how cool are these? People put time and effort into this. This one is Pure Honey Shorty's Apiary Cobleskill. Shorty's Apiary, and it's in Cobleskill, New York. Interesting. This label format looks like it came from probably one of the honey, the beekeeping websites. This one is Honey Summer, Ontario. Aromath Apiaries. They've got a front and back label. That's very efficient for your beekeeping. Very smart, very smart. That is so cool. Ontario, Canada honey. All right, we've got a card here. So they probably tie this around their honey jars. Honing Hills Apiary, Arizona. So cool. Oh my gosh. Old Mill Apiary. That's South Carolina. This is so fun. How cool was this? Thank you, Highs for Hero, for putting this on. This was so fun. North Carolina. This one is Tar Heel Beekeeper. Oh, look at that. They use like an old, I'm gonna try and cover up their address, but they have like an old school like scalp beehive. I think it's scalp, right? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Big Mike's Raw Honey. Love that. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh, sorry, I said I was gonna show all of them. This one has, I'm gonna cover up the address at the bottom. Oh my gosh. West Fork Honey. This one's Tennessee. There you go. Oh my gosh. Little baby sticker. Oh, this one is also a Thai one. Kentucky Wildfire Honey. This one's called Winter Rosa Apiaries. So that's pretty cool. How do I show these without showing the address? Hopefully my camera is seeing this. Ooh, this one's clear. This one's clear, I like that. I don't have a clear one myself, a clear label myself, but I think the clear labels are pretty cool because you get to see more of the color of the honey. It showcases the color of the honey in the bottle. So I do like clear labels. Iowa, yeah. I don't know how to do Beck. Is that how you pronounce your county? Or your city, I mean? Dubec. This one's Country View Honey. I don't know if you can see that because it's clear, but that's actually really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Mary Lane, maybe? Raw Honey. This is Ohio. There we go. We've got, ooh, Smart Bee Apiary Swamp Honey. I've heard about this. I've heard about this one. This one's Florida. I'm gonna cover up the address at the bottom. Swamp honey, it's got an alligator. I think they're alligators. But that was pretty cool. I've actually heard about these people, or the swamp honey, yeah. All right, Hail Hives, pure Louisiana raw honey. Love that. All right, is there an address? I'm gonna cover this part. There we go. That's got a front label and a back label. Smart, efficient, love that. And we've got Wildflower Honey, Blue Coat. Yo, this is Tennessee. I love your label. I love your label. How cool is that? Okay, hold on. Let me put this down. Blue Coat Bees. Let me cover the address. Look at that. It's a bee. How'd you make this? How'd you make this? This has gotta be AI. I love this. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's got honey dripping from the bee's satchel. Oh my gosh, this was so fun. Hives for Heroes, you're amazing. I love that. I hope you do that every year because that was fun. All right, next thing we've got is all of my, I don't know what you would call this. I call it part of the, I say that God blessed me with all the best parts of having ADHD. I have trouble focusing and I get anxiety about certain things. I'm very forgetful sometimes and I have trouble sleeping because I'm afraid I'm gonna forget things. So you guys should see my calendar. It's just full of like lists, to-do lists, because that's one of my coping mechanisms that I do is I will make lists so that I can cross things off so I don't forget. And I sleep better if I write them down, if it comes out of my brain, because then I feel like I won't continuously go over it over and over again if it's out written down. So on a personal level, from me to you, if you've got these issues, because you can't stop thinking about stuff because you're afraid you're gonna forget it, write it down, make a list, cross it off. And I promise it will help with your sleep. It's one of my coping mechanisms, but with that, I am afraid I'm gonna forget things or miss things. So I'm very efficient when it comes to these things. Call it a good work habit or call it an ADHD workaround coping mechanism, whatever you want to call it. I printed out all the things, okay? So I printed out all of the event agenda for every single day, and I marked out which speakers I was going to try and hit up, how much time I had between workshops to be in the vendor area. I literally wrote all this stuff down because I'm crazy. I didn't want to miss my state photo this year. So I printed out all the agenda. The next one was the vendor list and map. Again, I wanted to know where everything was. I literally printed out the vendor list and the map and the booths I wanted to go visit. This was before we got, the goodie bags. It has all that in there, but I need to know now so I can sleep, okay? One of them had, this was where all my honey labels went. I had my honey labels in here. Hold on, I can't be dropping Blue Coat Bees label honey label. This is awesome. So that went in there. I don't remember what I had that one. I think it was probably my honey entry information because I printed that beforehand. I pre-registered because if I don't do these things, my brain. I printed out all of my pre-purchase tickets that included anything that I pre-registered for. So that's all my workshops. I signed up for 3 microscopy workshops. So I had all that printed out so I couldn't be told, hey, you don't belong here. No, I have proof. So I printed that out along with all my receipts of anything that I bought before I showed up to the show. And then I brought a notebook so that I could make notes at the speakers' presentations. And any information that I got from my crossbee classes, I also kept in here. So things I learned how to do was tracheal mites. I learned how to check for tracheal mites. Nosema, I learned how to do that too. These are little charts that tells you how to do these kind of dissections, these procedures. And then it has a little circle at the bottom that you can draw in what you see. So that was a lot of fun. So I got all of those. What is this? Be educated. I don't know how I added this to. Oh, this is the extension educators, the Penn State thing. Yes. Yeah, so that was awesome. So that's me. Little tidbit you didn't ask for. You didn't ask for that. I'm gonna volunteer that anyways though. And last but not least, books, education, love that. As you guys know, I talked about last year on my NAHBE haul video, which I plan to show you guys. I was working on my office last year. I had a little brass bee that I went over, and then I went on a rant about what I wanted to do with that brass bee and why it was kind of important to me. Because I finished my office. You know that office that I wanted with green walls and dark, moody feel to it and a lot of bookcases? I finished it. We got it finished. I shouldn't say sorry. My husband did it. He did a beautiful job, and then I finished off with painting. I did the work that I could do. I can't cut things, but he can cut things. Okay, I'm going on a rant again, sorry. All right. We finished the office, I think it was like September, and I meant to do a video for actually this channel. I wanted to do it for my dad. But things didn't work out. My dad is no longer here. I'm gonna do the video anyways because I think he would have liked that. And Fred Dunn actually asked me how that was going. So Fred Dunn, I'm gonna make that video for you too, so you can actually see what my office looks like. It's incredible, just FYI. So, but I got more books, more B books to fill it up with. So, all these books I either bought beforehand. I bought this one. I bought the Kaylee Richardson's The Beekeeper's Apothecary book when it came out. And then I found out she was gonna be there selling these books at the expo. And I really wanted her signature. I really wanted her to sign this book. My dad loved Kaylee, and I did share the story how my dad used to call her the cute girl with black hair. He knew her name. Just so you know, Kaylee, if you happen to watch this episode, he did know your name. But every week when I would come to visit him on Saturday, when we would really have the time to like go in depth about like what our bee work week looked like, and we would talk about the apiary. He would be like, hey, did you see that latest video from that cute girl with the black hair who talks about herbs and she did this and this and this and this? And I'm like, yeah, Dad, her name's Kaylee. He knew your name, Kaylee, but he always called you the cute girl with black hair. So she was there and she signed my book and I love that. Kaylee, you're the best. Really loved meeting you. Very genuine, super friendly. We have a lot in common when it comes to this stuff, as I'm sure you probably find out with a lot of other beekeepers. It all intertwines, doesn't it? It does. I feel like it does. So I was really fortunate and very thankful to meet up with her, and I got her to sign my book. This one is, I met Lawrence Connor and his son, actually, Andrew. And I have a book from Andrew as well. And I got them they also signed their books. So there's also multiple authors on this. Wickwasp Press. So I got him to sign this book. I'm excited about reading this. I went to Maggie Gill's presentation about the Tropolaelaps mite coming to an apiary near you, I'm sure. This one is Tropolaelaps at the gate of your apiary. So very crazy, terrifying, but it's coming. Not looking forward to it. No beekeeper is, but this book I wanted to get for a while when I saw that it was out. but I went to go buy it, and at the time when I went to go purchase this book online, it was unavailable. It was being sold overseas. I think it's, I want to say it is Poland. It was made in Poland, and they were not shipping to the States at the time when I wanted to purchase this book. So I was shopping around in the vendor area, as one does, and I looked over and I saw that this was being sold at the Better Bee booth. So you know your girl bought it. And then I went to her presentation, and I was thankful that I got to meet her, and she also signed my book. So I'm really excited about that. Understanding Bee Anatomy I bought because, I don't know if I've shared this yet, but I will be doing the Journeyman Beekeeper course in Maryland, and I want all the informational books. This book, for as thin as it is kind of expensive. I'm not gonna lie. That being said, it's informational, like, dense. The information in this is dense, worth the money. If I could flip through this for you guys, I don't know if you can see this, but the information in this is thick. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm excited about going into this. The colored photos and everything that you need to, I don't know, just knowing all these things is gonna help me, I think, a lot with my Journeyman course. It's very detailed, and the more detailed, the better. Really excited about that. I did not get this one signed. So I lied, I didn't get all the books signed. Did not get this one signed, but I want it. The Golden Rules of Beekeeping was a book that was being sold there by Blake and Cayman. And I accidentally bent it already, but that's okay because that shows life and it's mine. And they both signed it. I'm excited to read this. This is all like tips and tricks, good things to know with your beekeeping journey. So always love that stuff. And this is from Andrew Connor. He also works at Wick-Wasp Press. And yeah, he is a co-author in this. Yeah, he's the author of this. And I'm really excited about this too. I was skimming through this, and I can't wait to read this. I am very excited about this book. I can't wait to read it. Like I said, love all the books, love all the information, love education. Really looking forward to this. And I got Andrew to sign it as well. Look at that. Awesome. So excited about that. So, all the books, all the education, all the good know-how, the tips, the tricks, I'll take it all. Okay, so that was my NAHBE haul. All the things, which I love so much. So if you guys have any questions about anything that I got, please let me know. Hopefully you will be seeing me using a lot of these things for my beekeeping season. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this guy. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments. Leave a little name that you guys would name this guy, this dude. But yeah, hopefully you guys see me use a lot of this stuff for my beekeeping season. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna be addressing this in my future videos, but I did wanna say a quick thank you to all of the people who continue to watch my channel and gave me really supportive and encouraging comments. I cannot tell you how much that meant to me. It's more than you know. I can't dwell on it too long because I don't want to cry on camera. Look, see my dog. My dog knew. Come here. She was like, oh, mommy's getting emotional. Time to give her let her get some pets in. She needs that for her mental health. She doesn't get pets because she wants the pets. No, she's giving. Altruistic like that, you know what I mean? She gives the pets for me, okay? But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right.